6 days after Rose Cotter's death, Joel, now cursed, attempts to transfer the Smile entity's curse by killing a criminal in front of another. During the attempt, a shootout ensues, and Joel accidentally kills the witness. However, drug dealer Louis Frigoli, a bystander, inherits the curse. As Joel tries to escape, he is struck and killed by a truck. Meanwhile, pop star Skye Riley is preparing for her comeback tour following a public battle with substance abuse and a car crash that killed her actor boyfriend, Paul Hudson. Despite constant oversight from her assistant, Joshua, and her mother, manager Elizabeth, Skye sneaks out to purchase Vicodin from Louis after injuring her back during rehearsals. At Louis's apartment, she witnesses him screaming and panicking before he collapses in an apparent seizure. To her horror, he rises, smiling, and fatally smashes his own face with a barbell plate. Afraid of being found with drugs, Skye flees without reporting the incident. Cursed herself, Skye begins to experience terrifying hallucinations of people smiling at her, causing her mental health to unravel. Seeking comfort, she reconciles with her estranged friend Gemma. Shortly after, Skye receives a text from an unknown sender, claiming they know she was at Louis's apartment and warning that she is in danger. At a fundraiser hosted by music executive Darius, Skye hallucinates the teleprompter malfunctioning and delivers an impromptu tirade about how success has not improved her life. She sees a smiling vision of Paul in the audience, panics, and accidentally injures an elderly guest. Skye later meets Morris, the man who texted her, at a bar. He has been tracking the Smile entity since it killed his brother, and explains that the curse transfers to anyone who witnesses a victim's death. He theorizes that stopping Skye's heart temporarily and then reviving her might break the curse, as the entity could die without a host. Skye, however, refuses and leaves after being recognized by others at the bar. Back at her apartment, she suffers a complete breakdown, culminating in a confrontation with the entity, which takes the form of her backup dancers. Skye tries to escape but is violently overpowered and pinned down as a monstrous arm forces its way into her throat, rendering her unconscious. A flashback reveals that Skye caused Paul's death by deliberately crashing their car during a drug-fueled argument. Later, Skye awakens at a retreat and argues with Elizabeth about the upcoming tour. Suddenly, Elizabeth smiles, shatters a mirror, and stabs herself with a shard. Skye attempts to flee, but realizes, in horror, that she was the one who stabbed Elizabeth. Escaping the retreat, she reunites with Gemma and steals a car to meet Morris. However, a phone call from the real Gemma reveals that the Gemma she has been with all week is the entity in disguise. Regaining control of the car, Skye meets Morris at an abandoned Pizza Hut, where they plan to use a walk-in freezer to minimize brain damage while stopping her heart. When Morris steps away, the entity appears as Skye's former self from the car crash. A struggle ensues, and Skye injects herself with a syringe meant to stop her heart. Unfazed, the entity mockingly declares that Skye is powerless. Skye then finds herself on stage at Herald Square Garden. She sees Joshua, Darius, and a living Elizabeth in the audience, and realizes the entire day has been an illusion. The entity manifests as a grotesque version of herself, tearing open its stomach to reveal its true form. A massive, skinless creature, with layers of smiling mouths nested within one another. Skye screams and falls into a trance as the entity rips her mouth open and crawls inside. To the audience, it appears that Skye has collapsed while choking. Moments later, a possessed Skye stands, smiling, and stabs herself in the eye with her microphone, horrifying thousands of spectators.